Okay, let's get into this simple build. Now, the first thing I always do is do a whole bunch of ovals. Random ovals, and that's the basic layout of the land. At the moment, that's my favorite technique for creating the broad landscape. And so in this case, those ovals made where the river goes and where the forest is. And blocking out the colors, you can see it looks, we're really just using a handful of colors in this build. The first one is this medium green, which is pulled down to a low opacity, about 37% in the blue. And then just doing a whole bunch of speckled random dots, just threw them on, and that's going to be where the buildings take place. And I experimented with for a while with how I wanted the roofs to look, and eventually went for this kind of gabled, angled roof, fairly European looking. Now this is needs some bridges to get across the river, and this is a little mining town that's in a forest. So the houses have a variety of really simple ones, really small ones on the edges, and some bigger ones in the middle, but it's not a big place. And wherever you see a few houses together, like 2 or 3 together, the idea is that those are mining workers' lodges, and that down there, right there, is the mining headquarters. So there are some workers there. Next thing is, let's put some water lines, give some sense of movement. And then we're on to using some dots for the roads. I should mention that there's only 3 pen sizes that are being used. A 3-point, a 5-point, and a 10-point. And there's only a couple of colors as well. There's the, like a charcoal gray that's being used for all the lines. There's this kind of medium browns that are lower opacity, a medium green and a medium blue, and the different opacities change the color. And there's a texture underneath all of it, which is like a parchment texture. And then it's time to do some farms, some crops. And they're really simple. A couple of lines here and there, a bit of erasing to tidy them up, hatching both ways, and you've pretty much got them. They're not difficult at all to do, and they look quite cool. And then some kind of pens to putting animals in, something like that. After that, it's time to get out 3 different colors for crops. Now, they look really bright at the moment because I haven't turned the opacity down. But we've got 3 different colors of green, a dirty green, a bright green, and a pine green. And once they're all doing their opacity turned down, and look, they're looking just fine. Bit more texture for the forest to make it look so much better with a bit of texture in it. And now then the coloring for the rooftops, that really, I kind of battled with that for a while. Eventually decided to go for a shale kind of 2-tone gray, assuming that the light is coming from the south and from the west. So the south and western side are all lit the lighter gray, and the northern and eastern side are the darker gray. And then it was just a case of getting the eraser out and going around each of the buildings and tidying them up. As you can see, there's a lot of sloppiness when I did the roofs, and then put the compass on, a bit of color grading, and voila! The next day when I came back to the map, I decided to add a mine in the southeast corner because that was going to be needed in our Dice Legenz adventure. So hit us with a subscribe and go check out our channel and watch the Dice Legenz adventures. I'm sure you'll love them. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you next time.